Alright, how's it going, everybody? Today on the stream, I hooked up water to my electrolyzer so I could get oxygen for roasting, which I needed really bad, but I noticed that it's not doing the dust anymore. It'll only try to do the water. And so I'm going to change this around a bit tonight, and separate this into two separate electrolyzers. One that will be for dust and one that will be for my oxygen. So this needs to come out. This needs to come out. Take both of these out. And change that. I could do this without wire, I think, but instead we're going to do it this way. That way it goes right back to being the way it was. So that'll go there. And I'll put this in here. And then I just need to change the pipe to come over. And when I electrolyze water, for right now this is going to be straight water, not salt water. I will need to do salt water soon, but not yet. When I start doing salt water, I'll start getting chlorine, and I'm going to have enough issue dealing with the hydrogen that I'm getting. And I don't need chlorine right now, so the hydrogen I can just straight burn off, which is what I'll do. As soon as I get a distillation tower so I can make batteries, I'm going to have a specific burning box that basically is going to be just for burning off excess hydrogen. And I'm also going to have one for, if anybody remembers me talking about it, because I've literally been talking about setting this thing up forever and never got it done on GT6 main. I'm going to set up an incinerator too. That all of our excess sticks from upstairs will come down to when we start getting glue. We'll use it to make the pellets and put them in there as well. Alright, so now if I turn this on, we should now be able to electrolyze that water with no issues whatsoever. Let's go grab some charcoal and test it. Put this pie right away so I can grab another stack of charcoal. And there is a fix out for the wrench issue I was having in the live stream today. There is a fix for it in the actual IC2 Classic, but there's a way Greg could fix it where you don't have to deal with that config, and he has taken care of doing that. And we will check that out in the morning. Oh, I got a whole load of crap in here. Alright, so let's just do this. Just start filling this with random crap. It would be really nice if Greg would add some, like, cobalt pipes or something. So, holy crap. Do I need pipes right now? And I've been running my shredder all day today. Most of the night last night as well. And still trying to get through the stuff that is in it. And I am getting a bunch of cobalt from all the chalcopyrite I have been running. Now, the one thing that I do have to be a little careful with here is I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do the garnierite anymore and the cassiterite. So that's something that I have to check. Put this wire here. That's not a wire, dummy. There you go. So drop these off here. Amber. Spare light. And fluorite. Definitely gonna need that soon. Alright, so these are running. Or this one's running. And we're doing our water. So that part worked. Where's my pickaxe? There's my pickaxe. Alright, so we're going to put this one in here. And connect that one up like that. We have a second selector tag, which we'll put in this one. Now the dust will pop in. Not sure how the hell. Oh, because you don't need the hopper. It'll pull from the hopper, actually. Without the hopper going to it, because it checks for an inventory. Forgot about that. So the hopper will come out as soon as I get these out of here. Alright, so now I put that there. This one won't need one because it won't have a solid output right now. We'll go turn this one on and see if it works. And I also blew up some stuff today. Actually, you know what? I have a bunch of lignite. Not a bunch, but more than what we need sitting around. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. There we go. Fire that bad boy up. And we'll go get rid of this ash. And we had an explosion today because apparently the air block in the center of a wooden tank, even when it's formed into a multi-block, is still considered an air block, and allowed my controller for the multi-block tank to catch on fire and burn up. So I had no distilled water. Then I threw distilled water into the system, and this boiler went boom. I replaced it with a steel boiler. This one got blown up, so I just moved it over when I replaced it earlier. So now I have steel for my shredder. So that'll make it run a little bit faster than what it was. Because my god, this thing is slow. Alright, so this is heating up. Let's go ahead and grab the garnierite out here. Which this is going to be a different issue because I'm actually going to get oxygen out of there, which I'm going to need to pipe into here in some way, shape, or form. I'll probably come straight around the back here and into here. I'll deal with that later. Right now I just want to see if it's actually going to run, because it's 28 EU a tick. And I do believe with those two boilers I should be able to run these without an issue. Apparently not, because it just attempted and failed, and now it is stuck because it doesn't have enough. Let's see if we can kind of cheat that just a little. I'm going to borrow this wire for a second. Put that over here. There we go. So what I'm actually going to do is leave it like that. Get this all switched around here. So I'll leave it like that. Let that do its thing. And then when it's going to run regular dust for purifying stuff, I'll just unhook this one and hook this one. That'll work. That should not be a problem. And let's go ahead and take this. We'll go out here. And we'll send it back this way. And I'll hook it into the back side here. Let's see. You are empty. Let's take that off for a moment. Put that in. Put this in. And I need to take this tank and I need to put it in. Yeah, this is all empty. This is my hydrogen tank that I'm using for the moment. Hydrogen is lighter than air. So if I put it up here, it should take the hydrogen straight out of there. And now I just need one more pipe to connect in there. Now, I am going to get a filter in here that'll filter it out to make sure it stays that way. But for right now, this is a cheap way of doing it. And we'll put this here. Connect it in through the back side. And now that'll let my oxygen come right on in here where it needs to be. Now, another thing I need to do is I need to put this other tank in as a buffer for the oxygen. Problem is I gotta change it so it can come out of the bottom. And we talked about oxygen today in the stream as if it is lighter or heavier than air. So I think that might change in the next update. Right now it is lighter than air and moves up. And I do believe we figured out that it is actually heavier than air. Not very much, but just a little. So that might change in the next one. So we're going to leave that alone for right now. The other thing I'm going to do is down here, I have already started moving my hydrogen down to this tank. So I'm going to pipe that after we get done. Run a pipe from here down to that tank. I'll actually probably put it on top of that tank. And figure out a way to do it for now until I can. Well, no, I can't do that because I can't use that. I'm going to have to break down and make a filter. So maybe we'll do that tomorrow on the stream, is filter that stuff. But that's basically what I wanted to show you. Was me changing over to 2 electrolyzer system instead of 1. Make sure everything was working properly. So let's go ahead and take this out and let that last one get done. That's in there. Switch this back over as soon as it is. And make sure everything's going to run properly for dust without having extra burning box power. So we're going to disconnect that, reconnect that, and now both of them are running just fine. Looks beautiful. Alright, so that's it for tonight. Have a good one, guys, and should be back on the tutorial server, the GT6 only server, starting tomorrow evening. I'll take a break from here and go over there and get some more work done, and should have some videos out for you all next week of things we're doing over there with the GT6 only server. So, have a good one.